right, let me see if I can get something for you.
Well, I'm starting this show with text right now. Let me call you after the show's over.
All right, what's up, you guys? How you guys doing? Okay, let me make sure my buttons are right here. Did we get it right? Did I get it right? I think I did. Oh my gosh, what is up, gentlemen?
Happy freaking college football Saturday! I'm so excited.
Yeah, I know.
Oh
I
my
bet,
God.
because you do
I'm
you do so much freaking football content, dude. It's insane.
Dude, football in my family, like my family is built on the foundation of the 3 F's of life. I mean, technically there's probably a fourth one, but I'm not going to go into that. It's food, family, and football. So
Food, family,
that's kind of
football.
like, yeah, the fourth F was faith. Get your minds out of the gutters. That's kind of what we do. But yeah, I'm super excited. My son, who's 12, he'll be 13 the day after Christmas, who has pledged his allegiance to the Ohio State Buckeyes because he, quote, woke up or grew up there when we lived in
Mhm.
Columbus. He is so stoked for today. He is like through the moon excited for Ohio State, Texas, which I think you guys should be
Dude,
semi
Texas
excited for.
Texas goes crazy. And Michael Keenart, welcome on in. Good morning. Good morning. Yeah, Texas is like a whole other breed when it comes to what's up, Seven. Good to see you, my friend. Speaking of art, this dude, that guy is absolutely amazing.
Is he?
Yes, and you know, I got some of his art hanging back here, so I'm gonna grab it real quick and I'm gonna show everybody. Good morning, Seven. I'm
That's
glad
cool.
you're here. But yeah, so Texas, like, it doesn't matter what kind of football it is, everybody's super excited about it. High school,
Oh, dude, high school football in Texas
Pee-wee,
is
all that
oh
stuff.
my God,
it's,
dude.
it's insane.
Dude, I'll be honest with you. When I moved to Ohio, high school football, even in the Midwest, is huge. Like it's way bigger than I
Yes.
thought it was. But like Texas, I did high school football one time. I was in Texas for a trip. I think it was in Dallas, either Dallas, San Antonio. I don't remember which one it was. It was one of the two. And we went to some high school football game, and it was like I was at an NFL game. It was the best thing I've ever been to. It was fantastic. It was the best.
Yeah, and then also to let you guys know, today our special guest is Mr. Gore TV. Gore, are you there?
I am. Hello.
All right.
Dude, look at us. We've got like a freaking anime Muppet cartoon guy on with us. I
That's
feel
right.
like we're super special.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
truth be told, like Gore does some amazing stuff with his avatar and the art and stuff that he gets created for his streams. He does what do you call it officially, Gore? What is it? Avatar streaming or something?
PNG Tube.
PNG tube, however you pronounce
Is that
it.
different than VTubing?
Yeah, VTubing is more of the animated where you have bone structure and it actually looks at the webcam will look at you while you're under the VTube and it will try to mimic your movements from the webcam and translate it to your
yeah.
on-screen character. Yeah.
Gotcha.
tho-
Also,
those
it's
can
usually
range-
like
those can
weird
range upwards
anime
of-
ladies.
Yeah, those
a lot
those
of
can
them.
range upwards of tens of thousands of dollars for really good ones.
Yeah. Good morning, Helmet Fire. Welcome on in, bud. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. Some people. I remember I had an artist reach out to me and he's like, "Hey, do you want to get an avatar done?" I was like, "Sure. Tell me how much it costs." He wanted to charge me like $750. I was like, "No, it's all right." I'm like, it's nice
Dude,
to have and stuff, but yeah, not that crazy.
When I started streaming and I was like facing some of the struggles that I was struggling with when I first started streaming, and none of us ever faced struggles, so I know that you guys probably can't relate to this. But when I started streaming, it was gently suggested to me. They're like, "Man, the way you interact with your chat is so great, and it sucks because your camera quality and all that stuff is so good. But honestly, you might want to think about VTubing so no one actually sees your face because you're too old to do this." And I was like,
wow.
Appreciate that.
Well, it's crazy because it's not even just the whole like VTubing thing, like what you do, Gore, which is kind of interesting, but their software now will even change the way that somebody looks. I don't know how many of you guys out there have seen the story that there was supposedly like what everybody thought was a woman. Voice was changed by AI, person was changed by, and it was really a man. And the software crashed, and all of a sudden you saw who it really was, and you're like, oh my gosh. It was a total culture shock to everybody. Nobody's seen him since.
Crash at Nights and here, what's up, Crash? Dude, look, the thing to me, like, there's a mutual a lot of us have that has gotten acquainted into Rumble because of Executive Joker. Her name's Mischief. If you guys do anything with collabs or with Glitch Energy or Space Panel, you probably know Donna or Mischief. She's from my home state of Maryland, and she would tell you this herself, so I'm like not like knocking on her, but she does all kinds of like Twitter posts all the time where she's like, "Good morning, my twits, tweets, and twatters," or whatever, and like she basically calls people on the carpet. But last night she did one, and it was like what she always does. She records her videos in Snapchat so that she can use this one specific Snapchat filter that she uses when she does her videos. And she's like, "I do this because I never have time to like do my makeup, and it looks like my makeup's done." And like, I had no idea for a while that she was doing Snapchat. The only time I ever found out is like one time her chin like moved out, like it did like one of those.
you're like, "Are you okay? Yeah. Are you dying?"
Helmet Fire says that your looks literally don't matter if your content is entertaining in some form. One caveat being, if you're female, not to be sexist, we all know that statistically, if you're female, you'll typically bring in more viewers. Generally, looks don't matter versus the content shown. And I'm glad that Helmet Fire said that. I'm gonna like steal Texas Fire for a minute. That's what this whole show is about today. Like we're talking about what is the billboard? How do you get noticed? How do your thumbnails interact with people watching you? How do your stream titles interact with people watching you? The way that you present yourself on camera and or on animated PNG or VTuber. We want to talk about all that stuff today. Does any of it matter? Does it not matter? And I think that like to Helmet Fire's point, yeah, I think that there is a little bit of like there are a bunch of pervs on the internet that like to look at pretty girls. So like if you're a pretty girl, that's going to help you get some numbers. They might not be the numbers that you want, but they're there. But to that point, one of the funniest streamers I've ever seen in my life, I cannot remember what his name is. He's a TikTok guy. I know I'm saying a swear word around here. He goes live on TikTok playing Call of Duty, and he's just like me. He's a middle-aged, chubby white guy, right? Like he's got gray in his beard and whatever. He's like an average dude, but he has a square cutout of cleavage that he's put right in the center of his chest, and his TikTok chat pops off. Because and his streams are always like booby cam, am I doing it right? Or you know, I mean, some like random like whatever reference to it. So we're gonna get kicked off text. I know I just stole your thunder a little bit. You're like totally let's talk about this thing. We've had Gore, I know that you and I have had great conversations about this week. It's been all over X or Twitter. It's been in our Rumble streams. It's been everywhere. Do thumbnails matter? Number one. Should we use AI in thumbnails? Should they be actual art? Should they be photography? Should they be GIFs that are animated? Should they just be a screen cap of the game that you're playing to show the viewers that are surfing what you're actually doing? I know Gore has very specific thoughts on this, and we'll get into that in a minute. So I want to actually open with Tex. Tex, I think that your thumbnail gallery when we go to your lives on Rumble looks great. I think it looks very well put together.
Yeah, let's go ahead and we'll switch over here and we'll take a look at it.
Let's talk about it. While you're doing that, Helmet Fire says, I'm curious what your thoughts are on thumbnails. I think they do matter, but yes, what Ray just said. Big Z Video Games, what's up, Big Z? Thanks for being here. Says, I was just thinking about thumbnails earlier this morning. Isn't it wild? In the church, we say it this way. We say, look at the Lord. Won't he do it? My thumbnail from Michael says probably is not optimized, but I painted it myself. So F it. That's one way to look at it. Fat Steven, dude, what's up, guys?
What's up, Fat Steven? Good to see you, dude.
He says I do thumbnails for a living with a smiley emoji, and then he also says they do matter. They are the book cover to your look at dude segues. We got the comic thumbnail master in the show.
Yep.
Text.
Yes.
Talk to me about thumbnails.
Yeah. So anyway, what's up? Good morning, everybody. Welcome on in. Yeah. And so, as Ray and I were kind of discussing what we were going to cover and stuff like that, this kind of topic came up. And I know there's a great debate between whether to use AI or not to use AI, and whether or not, and I do believe, just like Fat Steven says, thumbnails absolutely matter. Fat Steven is a master in his class. So is 7 of 7, who's hanging out in the chat somewhere. And I'm going to show you guys this picture here in a second that I've got back here framed, because 7 of 7 is actually a really good friend of mine. I've known him for years, met him over on Beam before it turned to Mixer. But, doing a really good thumbnail, and it is known to Rumble that videos with good thumbnails produce better results on Rumble. So that's why you want to work on your thumbnails. You want to basically try to master your craft if you can. There's lots of different tools that you can use. And so, from our point of view, and I think everybody here today, Gore included, and Ray, we all believe that thumbnails do matter. It makes it.
Well, I want to highlight what you just said, because I think it's really easy for people to miss what you just said. I don't mean to cut you off, Tex.
That's totally fine.
But look, we're talking about Rumble specifically, and like, none of us are going to try to figure out what YouTube's doing. None of us understand what Kick's doing, other than trying to get you to gamble on
That's
stake.
right. Makes money.
No one's trying to figure out what Twitch is doing, because God knows what Amazon is leading them by the nose to do this week. But on Rumble specifically, if you are looking for success, the thumbnails actually matter from one of our resident ambassadors. Now, I'm going to clarify that I'm not an ambassador. I don't have any inside information. I don't know why he would have said that. But Gore, you and I talked about this in basically DMs this week, because we've been having this conversation for about 7 days. Because there's a guy on Twitter who doesn't like our thumbnails and has been telling us that graphic animated and creatively covered and or specifically robot created thumbnails are wrong, that we should not do that, that it's hurting our streams. And I'm not going to use his name because I don't call anyone else. So we're just going to call him Richard for the sake of the rest of the conversation. So Richard thinks that in his head, he's right and won't talk to us about anything else. I, as a common sense sleuth, said to Gore, I don't know this to be true, but I'm pretty sure that if you want to have a better chance of getting featured and more people seeing you, you need to have a thumbnail. Because if Rumble would build into Studio, which is like the cream of their crop, their crown jewel of what they're doing is this RTMP pass-through studio that's got more 4K storage than any other platform and all these things. And I'm saying this, I'm not being sarcastic. Seriously, it's a fantastic product. But they've taken the time to program that when you go live, it asks you for a thumbnail. There's a reason for that. Tex just said, as an ambassador, I'm telling you that if you want more success on Rumble, pay attention to your thumbnails.
Yes, 100%. And Galactic Gaming, Dan, thank you for the alert. Dude, appreciate that. Welcome on
in. Dude, I need to hear the conversation on this.
It would so here's like the whole thing too. And Gord, please feel free to chime in, because we invited you on here because you got into it earlier with somebody talking about this. Like for example, like here is the way that Rumble looks. Is it perfect? No. But I really prefer this right here compared to this right here. No offense to Jeff. It looks better. No offense to.
Now hold on. Now hold on. Here's again, Gore. You this got brought up actually. Helmet Fire. So Helmet, if you're still in chat. So TTV Glamour's super supportive. She's in all kinds of people's chats all the time. I don't know her very well, but I see her all the time. We talk. We chit chat here and there in other people's chats.
She's great. She's absolutely great.
This is a live screenshot of her as a Just Chatter, but it's a posed, like this is done on purpose. Like this is not like it looks like it's intended. I guarantee you she took this photo before she went live.
Yeah, because I mean, if you look at Twitch right now, I mean, this is the way that Twitch looks, and it just looks like a sea of, you have weird people in weird positions. Like, I mean, what is she? Is she constipated right there? I mean, I don't know. That guy, is he sleeping? I have no clue. Maybe he's drooling on his mic. Maybe that's why he can't win any Valorant matches. I mean, I don't know. So for me, like this right here does not look as good as something like this with like, Tomby, or something right here with Cosmic Van Denim, which we're going to be getting into with the COD tournament earlier today.
This man Cosmic Van Denim, I got beef with you, bro. You're gonna pull me out of freaking retirement for Call of Duty, and you're like, I need you to be here because like maybe there's gonna be some decent like content creators. You
Oh,
said
dude.
content creators. You didn't say Call of Duty Warzone Demons. Why are you putting me in the lobby of the rally, dude? What is happening?
I know.
Why
dude,
would you do this? I thought we were friends.
That's
brother.
because we are nothing but meat shields. That's just how that
Oh
works.
my god, dude.
We're gonna get slaughtered.
You know what we are? We've been brought in to be the ugly girls that the pretty girls bring in their prom group so they look better in the prom pictures.
Yes,
that's what we are.
That's very true. I agree with that 100%. But Gore, what do you think about the whole thing with thumbnails and using of AI and stuff like that? What's your viewpoint on it?
Good to see you, Black Fox.
It's actually a pretty large viewpoint. It all determines on the actual audience that you're looking to get after. If you're looking for whatever, and you just want to roll out of bed and you don't really care, then it's going to show, because thumbnails are the very first impression that people get when they come across your channel. And if they are just a raw, gameplay footage, if you're going for that raw feel, then that's fine. But for me, I've had many discussions about this in the past, and I felt that since AI has, kind of taken a lot of leaps and strides this year and the past 18 months, that we could push ourselves to, push the envelope, push ourselves to go further. And if you're not pushing yourself when you're streaming, then why are you streaming in the first place? I don't understand.
Hit Gore's live, not all. Go to his live tab.
Go to his live tab. All right.
Yeah, the live tab.
Let's see
real quick.
There's all his thumbnails.
Here's one of the things that I want to point out. Like we've had these conversations again this week, and it was the conversation was: should we be using robots? Should we just be showing a screenshot of what we're doing? When I look at Gore's live stream comic strip that he's built, I mean, look at this. He's built the comic strip. There is, to me, a clear storyline that's being told in his thumbnails of this his PNG tube character, his live character that he uses, that he's even so graciously brought into our stream today. He's gone on camera as a cartoon, and like, I'll be honest with you, it's one of the coolest things to me in the whole world. I love it. Like, even though I got told to like, hide my face because I have a face for radio, I love the fact that you're doing it because it's creating a character. It's almost, it's like Dr. Disrespect's character, but it's different. You know what I mean? Like, you've got your own take on this animated comic strip living Calvin and Hobbes that's happening. And that tone and that feeling is echoed through all of your strips. Okay. You've got the Mad Max one where he's trying to be cool and then the dog breaks it up, or the Mad Max one where he's driving aggressively and he's got like the little henchman on top of him. Literally right next to like a Battlefield 6 one with, I think that's me, who's like, Gore's like, aren't you a medic? All of these things, like the bug on his face, Get Off Me, and Ghost Recon, which is a wilderness freaking survival military game. I mean, it's all intentional. And like, I don't care what anyone says to me. I know that you're using AI to generate these resources, and I don't know if you want to give all of like your secrets away, but like, you're not just writing a prompt and getting this thumbnail. There's way more work that's coming into this.
Always is.
Oh, tons of work. Because everything, if you notice, everything that is in the thumbnails is in the actual game. And I'm trying to actually bring elements of the game into a lot of my thumbnails. And I'm trying to not only just tell a story, but I'm also trying to, get people to, watch the stream. But at the same time, I'm trying to push myself, say, what is funny? Like what will people look at?
I know, because I was gonna say, one of the things that I really like, you did the Grim thumbnail right here.
Yeah, I asked,
like, why you look grim? He's like, I am. The 3K from LA.
Yeah, so I asked Grim Hollywood. I said, "Can I use you as a as a reference?" He said, "Yeah, sure, go ahead." So I try to ask people before I use them, and I try to put them in there. So you're down there in the lower corner, Vape. Me and you when you're down, because you were down.
Oh yeah, I know. You're like,
help, I'm down in the division.
Yeah, he's like, I'm done. He's like, I'm walking away. You can die.
That's like me and you when I play PUBG with you. Hey guys, text it down, drive away.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys saw that clip that I just posted up on X, but that is the funniest stuff. He's like, gotta go. Sorry, man. Sorry. I'm like, whatever. Of course, because Shim hit me with the car and killed me.
Yes.
So thanks, Shim. I appreciate that. But
that was a good time.
and Fat Steven does have some excellent points too, as well, about creating thumbnails. He's talking about learning layers being your best friend. The right kind of font and text usage is also very important. complementary colors and
Game
stuff like
logos.
that.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
I think that the comment he just made, Fat Seaman, says layering is your friend. Once you learn layering, it'll change everything. He's absolutely right.
mhm.
Like he's absolutely right. I think, guys, to me, there's a big difference in, like, I tried to explain this nicely in this conversation with the man that we'll refer to as Richard on Twitter, who's a little bit of a head case, that Richard, if you're figuring out what I'm laying down.
Yeah.
And so Richard, the head case, said to me on Twitter, that, like, you should never, ever, number one, have a thumbnail, because he has some friends on Twitch that say that they're far more likely to watch streams that are showing the game that you're playing. And I'm like, number one, you don't understand what we're talking about, because, like, the thumbnails are still, you can't tell me that Gore's thumbnails don't show you what game he's playing in a hyper creative way. I love the freaking, like, Gordon Ramsay, that's not how you cook a grenade, you donut. I love that so much. Like, obviously we know that you're playing PUBG. I mean, even if you didn't have the PUBG branding on here, it would be obvious to me. And so, like, forget the Gordon Ramsay one. The next one over, where you're hiding behind the tree. That's the most PUBG thing that you could ever do, is hide behind trees
Yep.
and have bullets shooting
100%.
at you. If there's no PUBG thing on there, I know you're playing PUBG even beyond the tree. You got the PUBG, like, the helmet on. Like, what we're not talking about blindly saying, hey, Chat GPT, I need a PUBG thumbnail of a cartoon character. Like, there's a lot of love and care that goes into this. And, like, if you don't understand that, I think it's the difference between creative people who are using AI as a tool and as a tool generator, a resource generator, versus non-creative people that don't want to pay a graphic designer, so they'll pay $20 a month for Chat GPT, and whatever it gives them, it gives them. And some of those people have done pretty good with it. Grok, Chat GPT, Google, whatever it is. I'm just throwing out the one that I use.
There's a ton of them now. It's like everywhere.
There's, I mean, OpenSeas, like, there's a bajillion of these things. But, like, to actually take these resources, take these layers, take these backgrounds, and plug them in. I love the continuity in Thor's page, or I'm sorry, in Gore's page. If I were to come and didn't know who you were, this is 1,000% a thumbnail collection that would make me want to, like, check out your stream. Because now I'm wondering, does this guy stream as a cartoon? Does he look like his cartoon? Like, it's evoking quite. Look at the chat popping off on this freaking top. I told you this is going to be a topic that people cared about. Like, chat's going so fast, I can't even keep up with it. Now, do me a favor, Tex, swing over to my page.
There we go.
There is a similar thing that's happening, and I want to be very clear that, like, my thumbnails are not as creative or as good as Gore's. That's not what I'm saying. And
because even, like, this thumbnail right here was made by Gore. Just throwing it out.
Gore made that one, and I just had to use it. And honestly, I was lazy, and I didn't format it to the right dimension, so I screwed that up and I blackbarred it by accident. But when you look at my thumbnails, and I thought this is so funny about the one that you did, Gore, it generated it the same way. There are hints of, like, my the patterns that I use in my branding. There's obviously my logo. I want the Rumble Premium stuff in there. But there's a unification between all of these thumbnails that, even though they're different looks and different scenes from the different games that I'm playing, and even if it's my face versus the animation, but they're all still kind of unified. Like, there's a definite brand that is walking through these thumbnails. And so while Gore, I think, does a much better job of telling a story that's, I feel like, is being told across the entire page of thumbnails, which is, like, the coolest thing I've ever seen, I'm also using AI to grab foreground resources to generate screenshots of the game that are different. Because let's just be honest with you guys, everyone has seen the Call of Duty screenshot where it's the hyper high contrast picture of the gun being checked out, and then, like, the colors being changed on, like, Ashika Island, and then it's like best loadout ever, and, like, that's the whole thumbnail. Like, we're trying to have some branded creativity, and chat, I don't know, let me know, is that coming off even in mine? I wonder, because you guys might say that mine absolutely sucks, and it wouldn't bother me to hear that.
Here's the whole thing that I'm going to say, that I'm jealous of everybody that doesn't have a beard. You guys can all do AI face transplants onto your images. I can't do that.
I have a beard.
Well, you have, like, it's like a thin beard, bro. Come on, you got like a scruffy. I didn't shave for like a week. I've got like 7 years of, like, man growth here that doesn't translate very well with AI, like, at all. Like, it always comes in and it cuts off, like, my chin down here because it doesn't know what to do with, like, my beard hair. So you guys are able to do. I mean, like, I really like, like, this one right here looks really good, because I like that it just grabbed your face and transplanted the whole cyberpunk look. The one for Off the Grid right here from about
Oh, yeah.
25 days ago. Gore, of course, with him and his, caricatures and stuff like that with his little, patch on his chin and stuff like that. I've got too much hair in my face.
I'm really getting into my 8-bit art. The 8-bit art, I think, is
Yes.
so cool. Like, I like that a lot. But hold on, Steven just said this. I lost it. Sorry, 7 of 7. As a traditional artist, I don't care about AI. If you like it, fine, do what you want. And if you think AI is going to steal art, then stop doing crappy art. I don't feel threatened by it. That's great. That's a fantastic point. But AI, or 7 of 7, do you see a value in generating? So, like, for example, the series of off the grids that are on my page right here, the first, like, 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever they are, the guy that's got like the red mask on. What I did was I fed AI actual images of my in-game character and said, like, hey, I need a render of this character for a thumbnail that I'm building, and then I built the background. Like, do you feel like that is useful, or are you even saying that you're against that? And there's no right or wrong answer. I'm just curious to have the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because
we'll wait for him to answer.
And as 7 types out the answer, I've known 7 for quite a few years, right? 7, you and I have been friends for a long time. And he's a fantastic artist. He is probably one of the best that I've ever known, to be honest. He almost went to work for Disney. And so while I was out there at his house, he used to do these things. He would draw these things live on Mixer back in the day because he was a Mixer partner. You're driving, okay, don't crash, 7. But I have this one here of Kylo Ren.
So cool.
And then I also have one.
He drew that for you?
Yeah, he drew it. I went to hang out with him in his house when he lived in California. We went out there for a visit.
That's freaking sweet.
And then he let me pick a couple of pictures. So I picked this one. And then I also picked Venom, which is down actually in my bedroom. And it freaking looks amazing. The amount of detail and stuff he's put into it is phenomenal. So I'm super excited that he's here joining us on Rumble. He hasn't really... Have you started streaming yet, 7? I can't remember if you have. I think he's been kind of holding off. And let me just double check. But we're going to put his channel link in below just because he's my friend and I can do it. He is doing some streams here, so that's good. But I would encourage you guys to go and check him out when he's live, for sure. And dude, Texas Attitude with 10 gifted subs, bro.
Yeah, there's some spins there. There's some spins there.
There's
Amazing.
some spins. Welcome on in, everybody. Thank you for the sub, 7. Appreciate that, dude, very much.
Hey guys, do us a favor real quick while he's doing this. There's 77 of you guys that are in here. Do me a favor. It doesn't cost anything to hit that repost button. Let's get out. This is a great conversation. I think is going to benefit a ton of people, not only on Rumble, but across the creator space, which is what really excites me about this show. So let some people know, man. Put it on Twitter, put it on X, hit that share, hit that repost, hit those like buttons. For me, I know there's at least 2 unlikes coming. I get 2 dislikes every stream. So.
I'm probably gonna get like 15 or something. Who knows? But we appreciate you guys all being here.
So 7, I love that point of view. Crash Knights brought us some stuff. I'm trying to scroll up through. Fat Steven was talking earlier about sharpening, and Midnight said that I think he was talking about my thumbnails would be better if they popped more. So I mean, I think that's great criticism. I love that. I mean, I think there's a variation in different ways to attack it, and for me, I think that if you're putting your best foot forward, or you're putting a foot forward that's on brand for you, that's great. But Gore, we've glazed you and said, what talk to me about the inspiration and where you started doing your thumbnails that way. Because if text goes back to Gore, not Thor, Jesus help me, God,
I know you're gonna get it by the end of the show. You'll get it.
Gore's like, if you go back to Gore, go to Gore's page again and go to like page 2. There are a couple of them that are not comic from a couple months ago. So this seems like you've started doing this more recently in the lives. It was like live page. There you go. So like Bloodborne is not a comic. That's like an actual face generation. Page 3, I think, was actually some gameplay footage. Talk to me about why you pivoted, how you pivoted. Where did this concept of this comic come from? And like, what's the why, brother?
Oh, no, it's just over time. It all depends on how I feel. I've kind of grown some anxiety through some of the years, and through some of the anxiety, it's pretty hard to show my face. So I always had a little bit of a PNG tube in order to represent who I was, and it actually looks like me. So I just wanted to take that further. And when I went to this guy on Fiverr, he's from Indonesia, and it was like $25 to make my character. He made him, and I wanted to see, well, since AI has traveled so much farther, can I just put my character, give it to AI and have it give it to me back? And when he gave it to me back, I was like, whoa, it's
Yeah.
actually getting better. So then I started working with the AI more. The reason why I pivoted was I was trying to pivot to this a while ago, but ever since March, when the whole creator program started, I just kept misstepping, and then I have family issues. So my girlfriend was in the hospital for a few months, and so that's when you kind of saw the bloodborne going through, and I
Okay.
was having internet problems. So every time my internet would go down, I'd create a new stream, then create a new stream. So then that's when I said, you know what, I need like one track. I need one full cohesion. So can I make a unique thumbnail every single time I go live and make it relevant to me, relevant to the game, and also make it funny? And then that's when I started pushing myself. So what you see is actually a fraction of the actual thumbnails I have, because I nonstop make 5 or 6 thumbnails a day on
Yeah.
all
So
different types of games.
You know what's crazy
Yeah.
to me? As content creators, we're already artists in some way, shape, or form. We're
Mhm.
creators, we're creatives. But to see a guy that's already going on stream and pushing that art form, that production form, but now is challenging himself for a true art form to even lead and represent that before and after the stream, dude, that's freaking crazy.
Dude, thank
That's
you for that,
crazy.
Fat
Also,
Steven.
That Steven,
Another gifted sub. Dude, thank you so much, man. I
look
appreciate
at this
it.
Subs
guy.
gifted by
Dude, you
Fat
got
Steven,
all
Jeff
kinds
G
of
for 1 gift.
I know.
non-rigged slot machines.
I know.
to
So
roll today.
let's do this really quick. Go ahead and finish your point, Ray, and then we'll get into the spins. Fat Steven, you're gonna get 3
If
spins.
you're waiting for me to finish my point, you're gonna be here forever. My
I
point
know.
just was
I know.
like I think it's incredible to see that beyond the
New
actual
subscriber
stream,
detected.
you have a
Make IO
representation
again.
of these streams in an art form that lives before and after. Like, these are incredible.
Mhm.
They're thought out. Like the Division one where you got a Lego gun is fantastic.
That's
like,
the way it feels
yeah.
like with Division sometimes too, as well.
Yeah.
legendary
100%.
loadouts and all these different things,
Mhm.
and I think it's just been really, really great. So hats off to you, Mr. Gore, not Thor. I'm sorry. I mean, again, like to our friend Richard, dude, like I've been to your pages as well, and I've been to the pages that are like kind of that Twitch style that Tex pulled up on Twitch earlier today. I'm not interested in your old stream
Yeah.
unless I was not invited to the Battlefield 6 beta and you were, and you streamed it last night, and I want to see what it's about.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm just being on, like, something along those lines. You got early access to a game that I don't have access to, and I searched on Rumble to see who played it, and you had it up. Then I don't care really what your thumbnail is.
Yeah, because I mean,
playing it because
you
I'm
know,
looking
for me, when I was over doing content creation on Twitch, for me, like, I never really looked at people's, what they were doing, because you always catch them in those weird kind of things. It was always the title. And we'll get into that in a second. I mean, is that important? Is the title just as important as the thumbnail? I would argue yes, for sure.
Okay.
But let's
definitely,
let's do
100%.
this real quick.
and
Fat
then
Steven,
we
you're correct.
transition from thumbnail to title.
That's right. But what we need to do, you guys, whenever you guys follow the channel, you get 1 roll. If you guys donate subs or you guys sub to the channel, you guys rant, then you guys will get 3 spins on the not rigged slot machine. I promise you can win.
No one has won yet.
Not yet. Someone will. So if you do win, okay, you get 3 spins for when, every time you do that. Then you basically can go to nerdordie.com. You guys can get a whole entire stream outlook of your or overlay package of your choice, and I'll make sure to hook you guys up for that. So first up is Texas Attitude with his 10 gifted subs, and I appreciate that, Texas. And of course, if he does win and he chooses to give it to somebody, he totally can, or he keep it for himself. And we'll kind of go from there. So here we go. Here's the first spin. Let's see what we get. Spin number 1. Rumble, and sorry about that, dude. Almost that close, guys. That close. Okay, spin number 2.
Sad for you.
Yes, it was very, very close.
I love that the third Rumble turned black at the last second.
Yeah, I know. There we go. Me, then
No.
man.
Gosh.
Okay. So here we go. Last spin for Texas Attitude. I read sarcasm and typing all the time, Fat Steven.
Yeah. I just assumed that everyone's
Black,
sarcastic.
and
sarcastic.
goat. You got goated, bro. You got goated. Thank you for playing, but really do appreciate you supporting what we do, Texas Attitude. You're an amazing guy, and I appreciate you as my friend. Okay, now for Mr. Fat Steven, who, by the way, is an amazing content creator who also uses an avatar.
It's Rick. Come on, get this guy out of here.
It is totally not. It's totally not Rick Crush. I promise you guys, people can win, and they do.
Rick.
I will say I've seen it win 2 or 3 times, but it's always been offline when text. Also, hold on.
Why are you throwing me under the bus, bro? Come on, man.
Hold on. Have we not done this yet, guys? I need chat to go crazy right now. Like every emote you have, every explosion, every freaking green siren, red siren, all the sirens that we have, because I don't know how at the top of the show we did not congratulate Tex Vaping Gamers for being accepted as a Rumble ambassador and given a credential to DreamHack Atlanta 2025. Freaking Tex is the god dang man, and we're so excited and so proud when you see the things that Tex does in streams like this.
Thank you.
And his little blurb integration and his RUM-Bot integration and the slideshow that he made. It is impossible to not see what a talented creator is, and I'm proud to be able to even share a camera with this guy.
I appreciate that.
I can't wait to see what he's got happening at DreamHack. So I don't know. We should open with that, Tex, but you won't let us open with stuff like that.
Well,
you don't want to talk about it.
Well, I mean, I don't mind talking about it. I just, it's so weird. I'm very humbled by the whole thing. And trust me, you guys, I'm just as shocked as all you guys that I got chosen to. There's still 2 more rounds to go. So hopefully we're going to get some more Rumble creators in there.
My fingers are crossed. Thanks, but I am ready to be heard again.
Thank you, Michael. Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things that, you just kind of put in, you're like, well, maybe it'll happen. And then it does. And you're like, oh my gosh. And then the implications
but you're the first Rumble creator. Like you're the guy.
Yes. And so it's cool because it's going to be the first time that Rumble actually has, I don't want to say a place in it, but that we are being recognized in our industry, in online content creation and streaming, that we are gamers.
Steven says, I swear though, if you're wearing a janitor's hat and lying to us, oh boy.
But look, I will promise you this, Fat Steven. If I do that, I'm gonna totally look like your Fat Steven Seagal, and I'm gonna have a broom with eyeballs and hair.
Fat Steven Seagal ranted $1 and says, I swear though,
Thank you,
you're wearing a janitor's
I'm sorry to hijack your whole show. I just felt like it was appropriate to
right.
recognize greatness when greatness is among us. So
scream.
I appreciate that. I really do appreciate that.
You still know Fat Steven his role. Let's not forget that. But
yes. I just, I really hope that I do a good job when I go there. I'm a little nervous about it, but I'm going to have a blast. I cannot wait to meet everybody there. Ray and I are going to be trying to do a live show there from the floor for Tools of the Trade. For those of you guys that can't make it. So hopefully, since Rumble Rick's going to be there, I'm going to freaking grab him by his hand and be like, hey, bud, you're coming with us. So we can talk to him, some of the other people that are also involved with Rumble Gaming if we can, and we'll just kind of see it from there. But in the meantime, Fat Steven gets his role here. And what's up, B Skit? Good morning, dude.
Will Fat Steven be the first live winner?
He might be, because he's gonna get 6 spins because he donated $1. So here you go, not Rick's Slot Machine. He gets his first roll, me, and of course me, and he got goat. Sorry, bud.
That counts, right?
Me, and I technically I am the goat, I think, what people say, but I don't know. I don't see it.
I'm kidding. I'm joking.
A subtle message.
That's right.
Yeah. I told Helmet Fire we're glazing in this show today, and there's real chats that are coming in.
But you got love direct. Fat Steven. Okay, spin number 3.
Let me see here. I blew the chat up by telling people to.
No, you're totally Rage, and you got Ray.
7 of 7 said he's sorry. He's in McDonald's drive-thru. He's streaming from McDonald's drive-thru, but he does have some cool things coming out on Atari coming up. That's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Now, if you guys, I'm gonna tell you guys something, and then we're gonna do the last 3 for Fat Steven, about my good friend 7, and hopefully, and I'm not sure, 7, you can correct me if I'm wrong. I know he's driving right now. But he, on his overlay, when he does his streams and stuff, you guys, it's all comic themed. From like all the different pictures and stuff he's actually done. So he's got like, it looks like a DC comic or like a Marvel comic. It's really cool what he does. So, but I know he does a lot of stuff with Atari right now. And so that's what he's going to be kind of doing. And that's true, Crash That Night. That's true.
You win more.
100%. So here you go. Come on, we'll get this. Somebody's going to get it eventually. Get wrecked. And then, no, okay.
Nope.
Okay. We'll do it one more, 2 more times here for Fat Steven. See, I have to make it a little bit stricter only because of the fact that, the package is like 30, 40 bucks. Go and get wrecked.
Oof.
Almost. Okay, last one, and then we'll go on. Here we go. Not rigged slot machine. I promise you guys it's not rigged. You can win. Ray. And I thought for sure it was going to do it that one, but that one didn't.
Oh, 2 of me.
Yes.
2 of me. Fails.
But thank you guys very much. I do appreciate you guys, your support and stuff like that. Yeah. But yeah, so to kind of segue from all that stuff. I think that with thumbnails, absolutely 100% important. Like we can look here at Twitch, and even if you go by YouTube, I mean, they actually use thumbnails. Thumbnails are basically what kind of grab people's attention to be like, what are you doing? Please get me a Big Mac and a large fry, 7.
Too early for that. I'm here for a bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit though.
Bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit might be good.
Yeah, the new chicken strips are great, actually.
I've not had those yet.
They're actually really good.
It's so sad. Here comes the chubby white guy talking. I'm 40 years old, and every time I eat a McDonald's double cheeseburger, it reminds me of being like 7. It tastes the exact same way it did when I was a kid, and it's like that weird nostalgia. Yeah. Thanks, McDonald's. Appreciate it.
Yeah, you did. It's one of those things.
Body by McDonald's, camera by Sony, body by McDonald's.
That's a good. You totally need to have a freaking shirt like that, dude. I think would be great. You know what I mean?
Body by McDonald's. All right, so we talked about thumbnails, which I think that it's across the board. But Gore, I mean, thumbnails important. Thumbs up, thumbs down. It seems like they're pretty important.
Yeah,
they're 100% important. Like I said, they're the first impression that you get, and if you want to give off that raw feel, then go ahead and do it. But if you want to actually, make yourself look presentable, you want to catch people's eye, because there was that time when I was saying before, I was in the hospital. My girlfriend was in the hospital, unfortunately, and I only had 1 week in order to complete the entire creator program. And due to my thumbnails, I will confidently say, due to my thumbnails, I was featured twice that week, and because of that, I was able to make it up. And that was when I first started doing the Resident Evil streams with my thumbnails. So just to say that,
get me out of here. Can we get a mod to boot this guy?
What are mods? I don't know. I think I got a couple mods, but.
Geez.
So yeah, that's been my biggest thing was I want to say that I was featured because of my thumbnails. And Rumble, they don't want to put raw people on the front page. They want to put people who actually put their best foot forward. And if you put your best foot forward, beautiful things will happen.
Yeah, and I think the one thing that I really kind of like too as well, because you actually are using, which kind of bridges a little bit of the two, you're actually using images also in your titles.
New follower detected.
Right?
Yeah,
Goblin
he's got the
9.
emojis.
Yeah, I got the emojis going on. So yeah, so what I try to do is I try to work with the also AI to try to make something that also is relative to the game, to me, and to what's going on in the thumbnail.
Subs.
So if you look, I think every single one of
for
those,
one
the
gift.
title and the thumbnail match. And also, if you click into the actual stream and read the description, I have an MRE recipe in almost every single inside of my stream, and then I also go deeper into what's going on in the thumbnail.
He
asked me if I was okay.
There we go. I got
Jeez.
there. Dude, you know, like
Dan Daniel was the gifted.
Dude, damn Daniel, thank you for the gift of sub, dude. I appreciate that. Now you're gonna get a roll some rolls on the roulette here in just a little bit. Do you make mine look freaking absolutely like I'm a horrible human being?
Don't look at mine. Don't pull mine up. Don't pull my about up.
Yeah, I know. I've looked
at
at yours before, bro. That's why we're not talking about it. We're just
don't do it.
How not to write descriptions. Go check out Ray's channel, everybody. This is the Ray Gaming. Link down below.
Here's my link. Here's my links. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks good. I mean, Gore, if you guys have questions about like OBS and what OBS can do, you guys, and I kid this not, and I'm not saying this just because I know, Gore's my friend and stuff like that, who also works on the bot with me. But if you look at his whole production right here that we're looking at on the stream right now, and down below in his overlay, he does really custom follow alerts for Rumble. And of course, he uses the RUM-Bot that we work on and stuff like that. But he put so much thought and effort into the alerts. Like I remember when you were beta testing the music for the music channel, how many days did you spend on just creating the follow alert? Wasn't it like 3 or 4 days or something crazy like that?
Yeah, like 3 or 4 days because I had a Game Boy that would kind of slide over that had your name in it, had music, and
That's
the Game
crazy.
Boy was like going up and down, left and right, and it kind of consisted of the whole screen. And then so every time that somebody would follow, it would automatically shift over.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do custom animations. I've been working with OBS for, since OBS has come out, since it was OBS, then it moved to OBS Studio. That's me, beautiful dancing.
There you go, man.
Oh yeah, I know.
In your
His
first
cat
person
dancing.
PUBG, you
His
nerd.
cat dancing. Ugh.
You love it. I know you love it.
Not really, but that's
But yeah, so I've been doing that for a very long time. So I'm well versed into it. So if anybody has any questions or and I do work on this stuff live. I do make music live. So all the music that you hear with music.rumbot.org, I make that, or not all of it,
Dude,
but
he made me
of
one of the craziest like theme songs I've ever heard. It makes it sound like I'm an incredible gamer, which I'm not.
Should we listen to it? Should we listen to it right now?
It's so good.
Okay, let's do
It
it.
is so good. I think I'm going to use it today for the Warzone Palooza.
Okay, so here we go. This is the Ray #1 Ray. This is the official track for This is the Ray Gaming.
We haven't quite deployed it yet on the channel, but it's coming.
So you can get really creative with AI.
Say it loud, say it proud.
Again, when you use this stuff as a resource,
Yep.
as opposed to a replacement, AI equals resource, not replacement. Put that on a t-shirt.
Ray, rolling through the map with the diesel growl, PUBG truck, knock a whole squad down. Oops, sorry.
That's the truth. The PUBG truck will, and it'll be my squad that I knock over with the PUBG truck.
Yep, 100%.
He don't hide, he don't play.
Pretty good.
Zones every single damn day.
I'm here for it. I think it's going to be the Warzone intro today.
For later today.
Yeah, for later today.
I hope so, dude. Because I mean,
my son's dropping food off.
Well, make sure you get some food while it's hot. So eat up, bro.
Yeah.
Just go like this, Some people don't like to watch you eat. I don't care.
Crash Knight says he'd follow just for the teeth. So, like, Gore, talk about all this stuff because we're talking about AI in descriptions, creative captions or creative titles, AI usage and creative uses in thumbnails. Now we're talking about music. Dude, what do you not do, Gore?
No, I do everything with AI. I've written about 3 books with AI. I've expanded on multiple ideas with AI. I've created a few board games with AI. It all depends on you have to bring yourself to AI, and AI will meet you somewhere in the middle. You just can't give AI and tell AI, write me a book. You already have to have this stuff preconceived in your mind, and you have to tell AI a story. So you can ask for a rock and roll song, or you could ask for, a Southern rap song. Or you could say, give me a moody blues that is depressive yet demanding respect.
Danny.
And when you start to
Totally got you,
like
Daniel. Go ahead.
Hold on. Gore Danny says, I need a synthwave cyberpunk style intro, please. Let's make this happen.
Okay, here you go.
We have cyberpunk. We have a whole album of cyberpunk.
Yep.
I'm actually creating a separate cyberpunk album. I was supposed to go live, I think the other night and make music, but I just couldn't because I think Rumble was down for a bit. But
yeah, they've been having problems over the last couple of days for sure.
Yeah, so it all depends on how you prompt, and the best way to do it is to work with AI and get the most out of the prompt that you can. Because if you're not going to be working with the prompts, or you're not going to be a prompt engineer, then you're going to have a hard time with AI.
Yep.
Yes, and I think and I know some people were asking like, well, I don't know where to get like the assets and stuff like that. If typically my kind of workflow, and I'm just going to throw that out there. Well, what I do for my thumbnails, typically I will try to go and look for actual game images or stuff that's been created by the developer themselves that they put up for the community to use. If I can't find something that's really kind of good, because sometimes some developers are terrible at creating image art for their game, which is just mind blowing to me, but apparently that's the thing. Then I'll go to like, what is it? What the heck is the name of that software? Mid-Journey. And then I'll type in Imagine, and I'll be like, hey, create for me an image, say about like Division 2 and style of Division 2, or in style of like Off the Grid or what have you. And then I'll go through and I'll look at some, and then I'll go ahead and I'll grab one that I like, and then I'll go and kind of manipulate the elements, do some layering, and I kind of try to make it, pop and stuff like that. I even sometimes, ask for it to make me like an anime character and stuff like that, which I have that floating around too as well. It's not that it's bad in itself using it. And still there's some incredible artists out there that just simply cannot AI just can't match. Like what 707 does, Fusey off X2 as well. He does amazing overlay work and stuff for content creators. Absolutely
his whole
beautiful.
team's wild.
Yes. Also,
hey, Gore,
Fat
for
Steven
you,
too as well. You know,
Mid Iowa Gamer is asking Gore, what skills did you start with when you started?
I've been doing this since early 2000s.
I was going to say since birth.
No, since early 2000s. So I've always grown with Photoshop. When Photoshop was like Photoshop CS, and then went CS2, then now it's Photoshop by the year. I've been always doing Photoshop. So the creative portion of me, I always got that creative knack in my family. Everybody else is more the analytical, but I'm more the creative. So I've always had that creative knack, and I always just urge people just go to AI. Just click in the text field, hit Window H, the window key, and hold it and hit H. That opens up your
New
dictation, and
follower
just talk to the
detected.
AI.
Truth
Tell
in
it
your
exactly
heart,
what you
11.
want. Tell it your idea,
Mhm.
and then just see exactly where it's at, where it leads you. And I've stayed up till 3, 4 in the morning
Yes,
just
he
working
has.
with AI. 100%. That shows with our music portion. I was up until 4 in the morning. I was maximizing as much as my time with that free weekend. Oh my God.
Yeah, I know. And you know, I mean, Gore is so funny because you know we have our own special private Discord that we hang out in and that we talk about. You know, we talk about RUM-Bot stuff and stuff that we're developing for the community. And you know, he'll like I'll get in Discord and there's like 7 or 8 different messages, and it's just him posting different songs he's done, different thumbnails he's created, different images he's kind of worked with. I mean, the guy's a freaking workhorse, you guys, 100%. And he does some amazing work.
It shows absolutely.
I mean, he really does some amazing work. And damn Daniel, in terms of the cyberpunk, if you go and check out music.rumbot.org, it's copyright free music for all of you guys to use.
Everybody.
There's a ton of different genres there. If you look under synthwave, there is a cyberpunk volume 1 album there right now. We are just getting ready to release, what is it? Is it 13 albums on September 5th? Officially.
Wow. To
YouTube, to Spotify, anywhere music, you know, is streamed. And we've got all different kinds of genre for you guys to use in your live streams. Or
I love
in
the
your
fact
video
that it's coming to
creations and stuff.
Spotify, because Spotify really functions easily with like my stream decks to start and stop and skip and whatever in a live stream. So that's huge.
Yeah,
That's huge for me.
That was a big thing that we wanted to do. We wanted to put everywhere, so no matter where you get your music, you can go to RUM-Bot and get your music. You don't have to go to us. You can go to all the different places. But let's just say Apple and Spotify, let's just say that they shut down AI music and they no longer have it. We still give you an option for music.rumbot.org. You can
Yes.
still go there. You can still listen to our music. So even if they shut it down, the main way you get music, we still have a different avenue for you to go down.
Yeah, and so here is basically the Spotify, what it looks like for everybody if you guys are curious. Thank you, Texas Attitude. And you still get your spins, damn Daniel, I haven't forgotten. But so like right here is all the different albums and stuff we've released. Glam 3, Cyberpunk, Metal 3. I also did some work on the RUM-Bot backend to kind of make the music portion of RUM-Bot to be a little bit more user-friendly. Hopefully it is. Hopefully you guys are going to be some feedback on that. But I mean, it's absolutely incredible to kind of see it growth. And we want more people to know about it. You know what I mean? Share it with everybody. Use it in your creations. You're not going to get a copyright strike from us. If you guys do, let us know, and we'll make sure to white label it 100%. You know, our goal, just like this show, is to have a show that's going to basically help you guys out as creators, to kind of give you guys some things to think about.
I think my favorite thing about this show is the fact that we're resourcing creators, whether you're on Rumble, Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Like, we're talking about things that are applicable across. Now, obviously, there's a Rumble angle because we're doing this on Rumble.
Rumble's the best. Let's just be honest.
Yeah. But like, for creators, we love the fact that this is becoming a resource to you guys. I could not be more excited about like the amount of DMs and tweets I get and messages on Discord from people saying like, "Hey man, I love this show. Thanks for doing this. People need to hear this stuff. People need to talk about this stuff." So it's great. Danny says, "I'm not doing that stuff. I'm bougie AF. I want my stuff handcrafted, delivered to him on a platter."
Yeah,
is what he actually wants.
Yeah, are you ready for later, damn Daniel? Are you ready? Because dude, today's going to be crazy, dude, with who we're fighting against. But
yes, and the way that I just found out the way this whole tournament's going, like the process. I'm not saying that we have a chance, but we definitely don't have a chance.
So somebody's got to be meat shield 100%. So let's give him, just to make sure his brighten up his day, let's give him 3 chances to win. So if you win here, damn Daniel, you're going to get your choice of whatever stream package overlay from nerdordie.com that you want. And if you don't want it, you want to give it to somebody in chat, you totally can. Totally up to you. But here you go. Here's spin number 1.
Everybody's in here saying hell yeah about this tournament today. This guy sent me a text message an hour ago and was like, I'll see you later in the tournament from the tournament from the other side of my sniper rifle, trash talking me text.
Wow, that's messed up, tournament. Should we time you out? I'm just saying. No,
I know. I told him, I said, I just want you to know that when I take you hostage and whisper the trash talk that I'll whisper in your ear, it comes from the worst place possible.
All right, roll number 2.
If Danny was colorblind, he would have thought he won.
Green, green, and rage. Sorry, man. See, that's the rage of that. The fact that you should have won, but you didn't. On the not rigged slot machine. There we go. And finally, roll number 3. Somebody's going to get it. I'm curious to know who it's going to be. Heart, get ready. You do it. It didn't even give you a chance that time.
Just trolling.
Yeah, it just basically was like, no, we're just done. We're not even going to pretend.
At this point.
We're not even going to pretend. But anyway, thank you very much for the gifted sub, Daniel, and for everybody for your support today. Really do appreciate that. But yeah, so getting back to kind of what we were talking about with the use of AR and stuff, I think that it's totally fine. You know, I'm not one of those proponents that it has to be a human 100%. Because usually humans can do a much better job anyway. They paint the correct number of digits, so you're going to have 5 fingers or 5 fingers on one hand, not 5 and 6, not 5 and 15. And I don't really think AI can kind of compete really with the human imagination, the human mind, at all. So I don't think that there's anything to be scared of. I understand people are kind of freaked out by change, and that, you know, it is crazy that now, before we go to say somebody like Fat Steven, who does a professional, and he does a fantastic job. If you guys have not seen Fat Steven's work, it's really great. Make sure you guys go and throw him a follow. That, you know, you go to him with an idea, this is what I have, and then it takes weeks and weeks and weeks to kind of go through and kind of really narrow down what you want, where you can go to basically AI and, you know, get it done in about 5 or 10 minutes, usually. It just kind of depends on what you want to do for your workflow, you know?
Yeah, it may not turn out exactly as you'd wanted, and sometimes it'll even put you down directions that you've never even thought of. But also at the same time, you also have to understand that, like, you have to meet it somewhere in the middle. Like, you just can't say do this and then you're not giving me what I want. Well, you're not giving it enough direction. Remember, you could blow that prompt up for GPT. You could make it as long as you want. You can make that prompt chapters long, and it should kind of nitpick through your prompt and actually pull out what it, for the most part. But every single one of those thumbnails that you see on my page, I have actually told the AI, you need to do this. You need to bring this out. Like with me and Ray in the Battlefield one, I said, dude, you need to make it that we're under firefight. I'm saying this to Ray. Ray says he doesn't know if he's a medic or not. You know, so I kept saying, look, you need to go here. You need to do this. You need to do that. And it will eventually do it, but you have no idea what you're going to get.
Yeah. And I think it's fun to talk to AI too, as well. Even if you just shoot, you know, even maybe if you get some ideas, like we were trying to come up with some ideas for our team name. I don't know if old Ironwoods, I think is what we went.
Or old Iron Guard. We're the old Iron Guard.
That's right.
I think, is what I told him.
Because we are the original gamers.
I thought they should just call us first round exit.
Probably should. Yeah. I think you're right. So next time that's what we're going to do. 100%. But I mean, you can even sometimes, like, if you're not sure what you want, talk to AI and be like, hey, give me some ideas. This is what I'm kind of thinking. It can kind of, you know, help you kind of spur, you know, your thought process. That's kind of what I do, you know, because sometimes I have like a lot of ideas and see if it makes sense or not.
Sentinel Zero says that AI can improve talent and then give talent to the talentless. And I disagree with you. I think it can improve talent. I think it'd be a great tool in the toolbox of someone who has talent and understands art conception and understands how to have everything built in your palette the right way, and understands framing and understands storytelling. But like, for people that don't know what they're doing and they're just blind chatting at AI, there's going to be a process of you learning what it is you're trying to actually do, like what you're trying to talk about. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't give talent to the talentless. It does not do that. It you still have to have that creative concept to execute, and I think that's what our friend Gore was just talking about.
Yeah, no, it can help you dig out your talent.
Yeah.
Your talent's probably buried, and also, and this is going to be a harsh reality for some people just don't have it. Some people just don't have it, and some people push themselves, and they just don't understand why am I not growing? How come my thumbnails turn out like this? How come I open up Paint, I make a thumbnail, nobody likes it? Well, it's sometimes it's this field or what you're doing is not for everybody, but you will find an audience.
Yeah.
You will find as long as you keep going with your path and how you see where your North Star is, you will find people who will follow you. You just need to find it.
Yeah.
And that's what Richard, our online friend, he just didn't understand. He just kept going back and he kept proving a point. Well, he showed us this one web page that said 3.2 million views on this one page due to its thumbnail. Well, okay, what channel was it from? When was it released? How did they boost it? Because there's multiple factors of when you release a video on YouTube on how to ride that algorithm. And he just basically said, this thumbnail was the reason why I got popular. And that is completely 100% not true.
Look, also the most 10 million IQ thing I've ever seen in my life is this guy was arguing against AI with an article that he had AI generate.
That was hilarious. I read that and I was like, dude, you got to be serious. You can't be serious.
I was like, you got stones to argue against AI with AI. It's pretty good.
I know.
Here we are. It's Groundhog Day again.
So Mid Iowa Gamer asked the question, how much would you have to spend on AI tools? You can actually use
spend as much
ChatGPT.
as you want. There's a million of them.
Yes. And sometimes, if you're not careful, you'll spend millions on them. But like you can do like a free version of ChatGPT. If that's what you want to do. You get like so many characters per month or something.
Doesn't the free version of GPT's image generation only limit you to like 3 or 4 a day or something like that? I think that's why it's a free version, because it limits how many you can do.
We'll be done just a little bit, okay?
I'm not sure because I've always paid for it because it's been such a tool for me.
That's my son, everybody. He's saying hi.
Oh, dude. You got kids. We're dads.
Yeah, that's awesome, buddy.
Some of us have
fancy
tools. Some of us don't.
Yes.
You know?
Okay, go make a brisket for me, okay? Okay. He likes barbecuing and stuff like that, you guys.
Oh, that's so good.
Go ahead with what you guys were saying. I apologize.
Oh no, you're fine. I think that we were just talking about like AI. I'll actually read the comment earlier. I don't remember who said it. I'm trying to scroll up and find it. It's Late Night Rambling. Says AI is making talent lazy. I know some really good artists that just don't put pencil to paper anymore and whip something up with AI. I would argue that talent was always lazy, and they've just found a way to execute their laziness. And again, like I'll be very clear. Like I'm not pro AI. Like I'm not sitting here saying like AI is the answer to all your questions. I'm just saying I think that just like Photoshop, which replaced pencil to paper with digital assets, and just like the fact that we use Premiere instead of cutting actual film, like there are changes in the way that we do the production and creation that we do, and they're just tools. And if you use them as a tool as opposed to using them as the main thing, then you're going to be a lot more successful, and you're going to still be able to be seen as an artist. I think you can maintain artistic integrity and still generate resources with AI. That's my point.
Yeah.
100%.
And I think that if, the more that you kind of learn into it and kind of adopt it, in my opinion, it's going to make you better off in the long run. Just for just the simple fact that AI is going to, it's kind of like the way what internet did with social interaction with people. AI is going to radically change everything. I mean, I've got a new car that we're leasing right now because my truck was falling apart, and it's an EV. I decided to go EV. Even though I'm not, save the planet or anything.
Environmentally conscious, man.
Yeah, I'm not. Okay, I'm not. Give me freaking a 67 Mustang all day long. Freaking V8, V12, more V's the better. But it was a really good sale, and it's amazing at the amount of features and stuff that are in the car thanks to AI, like smart sensors. It'll drive for me in the lane, all these other kind of things. And so there are some aspects to AI that I feel are good. Someone like my son who can't read, he's not going to be able to really take care of himself. Something with AI or like a robot or something, a companion will be absolutely essential for him and will vastly improve his quality of life when I'm gone, because we're not going to be here, forever. And so I think the real trick is trying to figure out, okay, AI is here to stay no matter what we do, no matter how much you bitch and complain. That's just the way that it is. How can we utilize it then in our tool bag as content creators to help our content pop off and be better? Maybe stream titles. Don't be lazy with your stream titles. Don't be like, I'm just gaming. Okay, well, how does that stand out from anybody else? There was somebody that I remember talked to, and I was like, well, how do you come up with like really good, catchy, titles. And he said, well, one of the ways that I found to do on my streams is I'll like misspell a word, or he'll be streaming on a Monday and he'll put Happy Wednesday. And that drives some people crazy enough, the Karens that are out there that want to tell us how to spell and do things right. They'll come into chat.
Thanks for the engagement, Karens.
Exactly. And they'll come in and they'll be like, hey, what are you doing? It's not Wednesday, right? It's Monday. Or, you misspelled this in your title. I get that all the time.
Why do you think those advertisements for those apps get they do those puzzles, but they do them wrong?
Yeah.
And when they do them wrong, you go, no, that's not how you do it. Oh, let me download it and show you.
Yes, exactly.
So, it gets people to click.
So yeah, I mean, your stream title, I believe, is just as important as your thumbnail, 100%, and sometimes even more so. If you're on Twitch, absolutely, because I mean, let's be honest. I mean, this thumbnail right here of her looking constipated playing whatever game she's playing does nothing for me. There she is, more constipated. She looks like she's going poop in her freaking chair. Okay, looks like she shot herself.
The poop nails.
Well, look at her. She's like, it's like, come on, dude. So this right here shows that creating thumbnails, I think, is far superior to just screen capture. Screen capture looks like garbage. 100%.
Yeah, that's 100%. If that's how you want your stream to pop off and go, then that's completely fine. That's all on you. As for me, don't be mad if I skip over your stream.
Danny just texted me and said, let Tex know that my very first video that ever went viral, what you just described is what I did. I gave my characters the wrong character's name, and it generated so many comments and abuse that the thing popped off, and then hundreds of thousands of people saw it.
So that's beautiful, Daniel. And you make great content too as well. Damn, Daniel is a great content creator, 100%. He's got the sexiest voice out of just about anybody else that I know.
The voice of Rumble.
Yes.
The voice of Rumble.
Mid Iowa Gamer says EVs are just cool tech, and they are. I like AI for aggregating information from your field, using it for art and creativity seems different. And I get that. It's kind of like the way that I feel. I play guitar, if you guys can't tell. I'm gonna turn my camera around over here so you can see. I've got guitars on my wall. I play guitar. And sometimes I'll actually do a live stream where I play music. And so it's always funny to me to watch people when they play like Guitar Hero.
Yeah.
I'm like, just pick up like a real guitar and just learn how to play. But
someone tried to explain to me one time how Guitar Hero is teaching people how to play guitar, and I was like, Guitar Hero is not. There are videos that you can actually plug a guitar into your console or your computer. I think Rocksmith is one of them.
Yep,
like
Rocksmith
that'll
Plus.
teach you how to play.
Yep.
But Guitar Hero is not.
Yep. So I totally get that. I think the balance that we have to, and I think it's going to be different for all of us, right? How much AI do you want to use in your day-to-day life? How much AI you're going to be okay and comfortable with using, because it's not going anywhere. It's just
only going to improve, and it's only going to ooze itself into every orifice everywhere.
Yes.
Well, companies right now, they're no longer talking about AI. They're talking about agents now.
Yep.
So they've already moved off the AI plate and they're moving on the agent plate. And if you don't know what that is,
yeah, the way that
Mr. Smith, Agent Smith's coming for me now.
Basically.
Like I'm gonna open my stream and it's gonna be like Mr. Anderson, and then I'm gonna just
Mr. Anderson,
Mr.
Right?
Ray.
I thought that was pretty good. Anyway,
Texas was better than mine.
Yes,
much better than mine.
Only sometimes, but really, dude, I just want
to. Oh, look at this one. This is great. This is great for Gore. Text Attitude says, I think I might want to do a character for streaming, for special. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I think that'd be awesome. Text Attitude.
Gore's out here making moves.
Yeah, 7-7 says I use AI to piss off artists on Twitter, and that's a good point. Because there are some people that are so anti-AI that they would literally go straight up Karen on you.
I think our friend Richard's one of those guys who someone said that Richard on Twitter is absolutely having a meltdown if he's watching this stream. Yeah. Well, and like here's the last thing that I want to say about this, because I know we got to move on. We keep the show usually to about an hour or so, and I don't want to like overextend anyone's time, including the great man of Texas over here, Vaping Games. The Rumble legend who is now DreamHack certified. Right. So we
bow down, bitches. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. I don't want somebody to clip that and be like, see, that's what the ambassador of Rumble thinks of himself. Anyway.
Here's the hard thing for me, and like Tex is going to kick me off the show for saying this, because I've literally asked 5 people how to say this without also being a Richard. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be that, but like, if you're going to angrily come at anyone on Twitter about your thoughts and your opinions and your processes and what you do being better than theirs, like your viewer count should probably be higher than the people that you are attacking. So like, and like, I don't want to get on this too much because I really don't think that like we should as creators be super focused on viewer count. But like, if you're telling me that Dr. Disrespect has 200,000 views on his stream that's very clearly using AI to generate creative thumbnails and does not have a stream anywhere that is a blank screen cap of him playing the games that he's playing because he's telling stories versus your 15 to 50 views, I'm sorry, you should have enough self-awareness to be like, hey man, maybe what I'm doing is not working as well as I believe that it is. And so like, I know it's not all about viewer counts, but like we are looking for things that function. And here on this show, we're trying to teach you guys tools and tips and tricks of the trade that other people, even more creative people and more successful people than us, have found success deploying. And we want to bring that conversation out. So like, if you're come tell me that my thumbnail doesn't matter and I'm averaging a couple thousand views a stream as a smaller streamer, and you're averaging a couple 5 to 10 views a stream, I think maybe your point is not as strong as you think that it is.
Yeah, I totally agree.
With smiles and hearts and rainbows and unicorns.
Yeah,
Did
no,
I say that
100%.
nicely?
Yeah. Well, it all depends on how the person is absolutely going to take it. And for someone like Richard to just start pointing fingers and saying I'm doing it wrong when everything that I am doing is a matter of opinion. Don't tell me how I'm doing my things. Don't tell me where I'm going with my stream. Don't tell me what I'm doing, because I'm doing the best for me and my community for what I see for my North Star. And if you want to say I'm doing it wrong, no, you're doing it wrong, because you're telling me that I'm doing it wrong, and you don't even know what my goals and aspirations are in streaming. So
yeah,
I mean, maybe your goals and aspirations are to have 5 or 10 people watch you and no one else. Then you know what? Don't use thumbnails.
If you want that raw feel, that's all good. But if you want that polished look, that's all good. There's nobody's wrong, nobody's right. It's just how you feel and where you want to go with it.
Yep. And at the end of the day, you have to live up to the fact of whatever your decisions generate. If you're not getting any kind of traction in your stuff, well then it's your fault to some degree, right? Maybe sometimes that you just don't know, and that's okay. You can fix stupid, you can't fix ignorance. You know what I mean? Stupid just means you just don't know. Ignorance just means you're dumb on purpose.
Yeah, I choose not to learn.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's exactly what I felt with Richard's interactions, was that he was coming from a place of ignorance, and the more he kept standing his ground, the more ignorance was oozing out of him.
Yep.
7-7 says, I hope Richard's uteruses fall out. I'm sorry, is that too extreme? Too extreme? Not at all, Sal.
No, not at all. If you knew who this person was,
there you go. Awesome.
It's all public. It's all there on X.
Yeah, and Michael Keene, you're absolutely correct. You should always be looking to expand and to try to learn new things as much as possible. I mean, we eventually will get to that point in our age where our brain just doesn't have any more room.
I'm already there.
I feel that. I feel that. But
dude, I blank out so much right now. It's disgusting. I'll look at my daughter and be like, "Your name is?"
Yeah, is it Cindy? Tammy?
Yeah.
Karen?
Patricia.
Yeah.
Shaniqua.
Yeah.
I did. That was probably the one. You nailed it. Good job, Gore.
Yeah, good job. So hey, Gord. So as we kind of wrap up here, first, thanks for joining us. And I know he thought we were going to do it tonight. So this morning,
I thought it was at night. I got people coming over.
And so we're like, hey, dude, you're going to come on the show? He goes, what are you talking about? I just got up like 5 minutes ago. So he was gracious to join on. We appreciate you coming and hanging out with us, and everybody in chat too as well. Do tell some people, where they can find you, which I know we've been showcasing your channel all the time, but like, what are your stream times? What kind of content do you create? And all that kind of good jazz. Tell people about you.
Yeah. So I'm on the internet as Gore TV. I kind of flaunt around as Gore Gamer also. But if you want to catch me, you can go to my quote unquote link tree at my website, gore.tv. I own that website, so that's where I'm at. But I'm always here on Rumble and on X. Those are my two main platforms. So I'm Gore TV here on Rumble, and I'm Gore Gamer on X. Thanks to Ray, I'm actually going to be contacting X to see if I can get Gore TV, because that has been taken. And they basically took it and they never did anything with it, and it's been sitting there. And I wish to commandeer that, because I went from gaming only to more of a wide variety streaming, kind of going moseying back to gaming. But I've already went to gore.tv, and that I own that domain. And my primary stream times are usually 9 p.m. or 8 p.m. Central Time. I do like to hang out with the family at night, make sure that they're good to go. But usually 9 p.m. at night. Fridays, I do like to stream during the day. So maybe me and Ray will get down with some more Division or something.
I'll do it. I'm up for, dude. I'm up for it, man.
PUBG.
Daytime streams are only Fridays for me right now. But yes,
Yeah, at least you guys get to do daytime streams. I'm usually working until the evening when everybody's like, oh, I'm done, I'm going to bed, and all that other kind of stuff.
well,
But,
I am a firm 100% Rumble night shifter
Yeah, me
all the
too.
way. Like, put me on the team, get me a Rumble night shift hat. But like during the school year, because I'm off on Fridays and my wife and my kids are back in school now. I have a couple hours on Fridays, so I'm like, yeah, well, we'll get some stream hours in on Friday during the daytime.
It's fun, dude. You guys can go by there and check out Ray too as well. Link is down below. Gord's link is down below. And Ray, you got anything that you want to kind of wrap up with and part of the words of wisdom?
Us at 4:00 Eastern time today.
Yes, we're gonna need it.
Look, if you've never seen the Rage, the RAYGE Rage, you're going to see it. The Call of Duty pulls something out of me that, like, I honestly, I don't even know. And a part of it, like, there's a trash talk that comes out in Call of Duty that will come out today, but you will see me streaming or screaming during stream today. We'll be live a little bit before 4:00, getting ready for this whole thing.
Yes.
I don't know, man. They got freaking. Again, Kaz, you said that you had creators. You didn't say you had Call of Duty pros coming in.
I know.
So
I saw that and I was like, well, who are these guys? I looked at their channels and stuff and I was like, oh my gosh, dude.
I hope they're all streaming so I can stream snipe how to stay away from them.
Yeah.
I'm not going to stream snipe them to attack them. I'm going to stream snipe them to know which part of the map to rotate away from.
Yes. It's going to be fun. You know, myself, Ray, and also Damn Daniel is kicking it in chat. We're going to be doing a trio later today. We're going to be having some. What's up, Slinger Games? Good to see you.
Slinger's in the house, dude. Slinger's putting together all kinds of sports stuff right now, too, dude. Keep an eye on him, man. He's got some cool stuff coming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Slinger's great.
Welcome back a moment. I'm finishing up, okay, bud?
Hi,
He rated the
friends.
channel.
Yeah. They all say hi, bud.
Mimi,
What's up,
my
man?
granny made me some pieces.
We made you some pieces? Okay. I'll be down in just
Nice.
a little bit to go check it out, okay?
Dad,
What?
I can add some sausage to go on the side.
We'll see. Maybe go ask Granny. Maybe Granny can help you with the sausage, okay?
Oh, yeah.
He likes the
I
barbecue.
don't know about that,
so.
Slinger. We're here to learn from you.
Yes, 100%.
But Mid Iowa Gamer, thanks for being here in chat. I mean, Helmet Fire's been here for most show today. Texas Attitude has been here. Daniel's been. Terminator's in.
Fat Steven, 707.
Yeah, man. You guys, thanks so much for being here. And all the many people I'm sure
Attitude, Texas.
sure there's a lot of people in here that we forgot. But holy geez, dude, like what a great chat today. I thought that this would be an interesting conversation. But man, you guys popped it off hard. Thanks so much. Appreciate y'all.
Yeah.
Tex, thanks for having us here, man.
Oh, always, dude. I thoroughly enjoy doing this. You know, it's one of those things that there's a lot of knowledge up here that I have to get it out somehow, right? You got to be able to share with people.
Yep.
And if you guys got any, questions about anything at all, please don't be afraid to reach out to myself or Ray, for example. And I know Gore too as well. Gore's a great guy. As you can tell, as he's showing us all his different avatars there.
Like playing all those different avatars. Yeah,
Yes.
I was a big fan of the what's it called? The space game. Why did I forget the name of the space game?
I like the
Bethesda
Raccoon
space
City
game.
one
Oh my
personally.
God.
Raccoon Police
It's
Department.
The Star Citizen.
Yeah.
Star Citizen.
It's not Starfield.
Not
Not Starfield.
Star Citizen.
Citizen.
The Robert Space Industries Star Citizen game.
That's
yes,
right.
I
The
forgot.
game that's still in alpha 15 years later. So there we go.
It's not. It's like in pre-alpha.
Is it pre-alpha?
good.
I thought.
Hey, look, before we go, you guys should all ask Danny. Go to his Twitter and ask him how much money he spent in Star Citizen because it's a lot.
Dude, there is some people that do that. There's another friend of
He
mine.
kept dying. He kept dying and like blowing his spaceship up and rebuying it with IRL money.
Yes, 1,600 is how much I spent. So
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
yeah. Well, I was an early backer, like way back in the day. I still have
I've
like a
spent
lot of life.
But according to
life
them, it's
insurance.
still early. It's still
Yeah, it's pre-alpha.
I got early ground level access, I guess.
yeah.
Man,
so,
Gore, thanks for coming on, brother.
yeah, I appreciate
No, thanks for having me.
appreciate
This is
you.
a great
Gore.
conversation.
And-
This conversation can keep going, but it's just, we don't have enough time.
Yeah, and because we want to do these shows to where it's like kind of like bite-sized pieces. Because if you come on, you hang out for like an hour, it's usually a little bit more palatable, I think, than going on for like 2 or 3 hours. You know what I mean? After like 2 or 3 hours, you're like, what am I really kind of getting out of this? Other than great conversation with great people. You know what I mean? So, we appreciate you guys being here. We'll be on again next week. We've got some really good guests we're going to be bringing on. Joe Perez, who's a national syndicated comedian who's been seen on Fox News and other places around the world. We're also going to be bringing on the CEO of Pickaxe, Jeff. I got to sit down with him and work out a time with him, as well as hopefully some other guests where we're going to be kind of getting into hopefully audio mixing and the tools that you can kind of use, mics and mixers and all that other kind of fun stuff. So make sure you guys are following the channel and come by and say hi when that happens again. And Fat Steven we're going to have on the show too as well for something. Fat Steven.
Dude, you should just replace me. That guy's way smarter than I am.
We could, but then I have to look at a bucket and Fat Steven Seagal all day. So
we will replace you with AI.
that's right. But anyway, all right, you guys take care of yourselves and each other, and we'll see you guys on the next episode of Tools of the Trade. Have a fantastic weekend. See you guys later. Bye, everybody.
Go watch football.